Detroit Lions fans, why did the NFL have us lose to the Dallas Cowboys in week 17? I have told you from the beginning of time, the beginning of this year, that they want a Matthew Stafford reunion in Detroit. Maybe you'll believe me now. One way or another, they're trying to get Stafford back in the city of Detroit, whether it's in the first round, the wild card round, or the divisional round. Now, that loss today kept us out of the first seed. We do not have a shot at the first seed, thankfully, or because we lost to the Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, any number of losses out of our 5 losses. That's why we can't get the first seed. Now, the second seed is attainable. We just need the right combination of things to happen. And I want y'all to remember that the ref's job is to sway the game. It is to put the game. And you know what, bro? I don't care if y'all unsubscribe. Like I'm tired of. I haven't hid this. I've been talking about this for a while. But we've seen this. We're Detroit Lions fans, so we know this. If the game is close, we've seen this before. And it's not just Detroit Lions. It is the entire NFL. If the game is close, the ref's job is to dictate the outcome of the game. And that's what they did today. Why did they do this? Because if the Detroit Lions win this game, we have a legitimate shot at the first seed. Right? But we are locked into the third. No matter what happens, we cannot drop lower than the third, right? We are locked into number 3. Okay. So why does that matter? Because if we play the first seed, if we get the first seed, then we get a bye week. And that means that Stafford needs to win the first game. He would have to, it's a lot of combinations as to why they don't want us in the first seed, because the odds, we would have to play the lower seed. So that means we would get the first seed. They would have to upset whoever they're playing and then come to Detroit and play us. They would have to be the lower seed. So they're going to be 5 or 6. I'm sorry, 6 or 7. So we would wind up playing them. They didn't want that to happen, right? They want us to come to Ford Field to be the first matchup of the wild card round. Okay. So again, somewhere in the playoffs, they want us to meet, whether it's the wild card or the division. Okay. So it opens up the 2 seed. Right. So if the refs if it really all depends, this is a convoluted, complicated thing. So pay close attention to tomorrow's games. Okay. So the Detroit Lions have an opportunity to be the 2nd seed, but they're locked into the 3rd. And right now the LA Rams are the 3rd seed. Okay. So what the NFL wants to happen is they want us to get the 2nd or 3rd seed, whichever lines up to the LA Rams facing us in the first round of the playoffs. Now, I've done a scenario right now where the Lions end up 12-5 and they play a 10-7 LA Rams team. And in order for that to happen, the way that I've drawn it up, okay, expect a LA win tomorrow and a San Francisco 49ers win on against the Commanders. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles are also supposed to upset beat the Arizona Cardinals. It's late. It's like 3 a.m, right? So here's the deal. Any number of things could happen where we could still get the number 2 seed. Let's say the Cardinals win this game. It doesn't matter the way that I've done it so far. The Eagles basically need to lose, I think, 2 games for us to get the number 2 seed. So this is most likely how this is going to happen. So tomorrow, the LA Rams should beat the New York Giants. They're pretty much washed up, right? So what you're going to see, it's really going to be about week 18. And here's the matchups you want to watch. Don't be surprised if the Giants, you see what happens there, that does not affect us. Do not be surprised if the San Francisco 49ers upset the San Francisco 49ers are upset by the LA Rams. Because here's what essentially happens. Tomorrow, if the San Francisco 49ers beat the Washington Commanders, they are locked for the first seed. It will not matter at that point, right? Yes, it will not matter. A win tomorrow over the Washington Commanders lock up the first seed. So what you're going to see is the Lord have mercy, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. The San Francisco 49ers are going to rest their starters week 18 if they win tomorrow. And that should be an absolute drubbing. So now they're going to rest their starters. Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams are going to be fighting to get into playoffs. Therefore, they are going to beat the 49ers in week 18. And that will have Matthew Stafford come to Ford Field in the long-awaited return of the prodigal son. So again, the whole purpose of the Detroit Lions being robbed today of the number 1 of the game in Dallas, I got to sneeze, is to keep us on in line to play Matthew Stafford. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And I believe that two things are going to happen. And if the NFL narrative is favoring the Detroit Lions, like I think it is, I think Matthew Stafford is gonna come here and Jared Goff is going to outduel him. They're gonna win. The way they did us today, I think they want us to win the Super Bowl. That's what I think. But I know that they want us to play Matthew Stafford. But at this point, I don't know what the NFL wants. Do they want us to go further than the first round, or say, hey, you lose in the first round, but the next few years you're gonna, because next year we're gonna get a pass rusher and all this stuff. So, it sucks because I wanted that first seed, but that's off the table. So we're going to expect the Detroit Lions to be where they are. And if they can't get the second seed, they're going to rest their players as well. But Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams are going to be playing their starters against the San Francisco 49ers. If the San Francisco 49ers win tomorrow, they are going to rest their starters because they have locked up the first seed. They will rest their starters in week 18, and that's going to set up a Matthew Stafford coming back to Ford Field. Hey, when I'm right, just come in the chat and tell me I was right. All right. You guys are awesome. And that's why the Detroit Lions lost to the Dallas Cowboys. If the refs can dictate the game, they will. Why do you think the NFL is so exciting? It's so exciting because they want a product on the field and they literally dictate how this goes. If it's too close, it will be decided by the refs. And we've seen this for decades, okay? So that's what I think. I've been calling this since the beginning of the season. Is Matthew Stafford, his return to Detroit. That's what they want to see, and that's what they're going to get. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. I can't believe I'm smiling after what happened tonight. But I think the NFL has something in store for us, and it could just be a Super Bowl appearance. It could be Lions-Browns in the Super Bowl.